when we kick it through the door. This is true hardcore. What you fools waiting for? This is true hardcore. We got everything you want. This is true hardcore. We on anything you want. Hey, tote foes, but wait, this mode. This is true hardcore.
Welcome back, folks. Or actually, this is a special time. This is our first time doing this. Still the Aircast, still the air you know and love. Actually, with some guests from the Aircast. However, we're doing something a little special today. We're working on the name right now. We could do the air choices. You know, the homies chilling. 3 homies chilling. We could do a lot of things. But one thing we are going to do, one thing that's guaranteed, is we're talking fights. We're talking picks. And we're talking the sport we all love, combat sports. Yeah. Specifically MMA, mixed martial arts. We're recording this we're Tuesday, so I don't know how many hours it is away from Saturday. You guys do the math. But this weekend, UFC 308.
308.
Headlined. That's the fake audience from my God loves. See? Known staples you guys know and love. Anyways, UFC 308, headlined by Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway for the belt. A lot of action, a lot of great fights. We're going to get into it all today. I got my dogs, my co-host today, the Kraken, Christian, Ynastrilla in the house. And then I got my dog, the Rhino, Jason, in the cribbo. What's up? How y'all feeling?
Good. Man, good. Just finished up some training. Excited to talk about some of these fights Saturday. It's a huge card, so I'm excited to jump into it with you.
Yeah, and let's start off the top. We already said it. Main event, Topuria, Max Holloway. We kind of got to know your picks from our episodes on the Aircast, but this is going to come out way before. So let's start off the top. Who do you have?
Man, it's definitely going to be a tough fight. Like, I feel like when you have a guy that has the punching power of Ilia Topuria, that's always like the big equalizer, right? So like Max could be winning and then one big shot could change the momentum of the fight. But with that being said, if I have to make a pick, I have to trust the guy that's been there more and done that more. Like, if I've seen someone in their career that's had the highs and lows, I feel like that's a big aspect going into this fight. Max has made a lot of adjustments. Max has grown a lot. A lot of guys are talking about, like, if Max is old. He's only 32 years old. The guy is still getting into his prime, and I feel like from that Gaethje fight, he's learned a lot, and I feel like going into this Ilia fight, I feel like just as the fight starts, I think because of Ilia's power, it's going to be close, but I feel like as the fight starts going on, I think Max is going to pull away. So if I have to make my prediction, I see Max winning by decision. I feel like Ilia is probably having a really good camp and pushing hard, but wow. I see this fight going all 5, but I see Max edging him out in a decision.
That's a crazy perspective to look at it. I did not even think the fight would even go to decision until you kind of spoke into existence. Now I'm kind of trying to paint the picture, but it's hard for me to see that. What about you, Rhino? How do you feel?
I think I'm going for Topuria because well, they're both boxers. They're like one of the best boxers in the division. And I think Topuria still got it because whenever Max like gets to the title shot, it's always like the same results. Like he either messes up or it's like he makes a mistake. Secondly, when Max fought Dustin Poirier, which is another boxer in the UFC, took so much damages, and everyone knows Dustin Poirier has more power. So I could say, like, I predict this fight literally looking like that, like how Dustin fought Max in the second one. Nick.
It's a good point. That's a good point, and I kind of like how you're saying maybe the butterflies, the championship butterflies, maybe that makes a point or a factor. But kind of like Christian said, like the Kraken said, it's not the same Max. There's a lot of experience that's gone into play. He's been in and out of wars. He's on a little tear right now. He's on quite the run.
Which I agree, because what he did to Justin Gaethje was like the most shocking moment I ever saw out there, and everyone thought Max was gonna lose. Everyone thought Gaethje was gonna win, and it didn't turn out like that.
And I think a big thing when Max fought Dustin, Max took that fight on short notice too. So like Max was also planning the entire time to stay at featherweight. So like you even saw in that fight, he looked a little pudgy, he looked a little fat. So like that was a Max that took it on 5 weeks notice, and Dustin was getting ready for that fight. And Dustin's like the natural lightweight, so he had like that size. I don't feel like here at featherweight that'll be a big of a thing. I think definitely Max is the bigger guy, but Ilya still has that power. So I just think it's gonna be a real chess match. I think the first couple rounds are gonna be neck and neck.
So Ilya's way shorter than Max, like damn near like
5'7".
like a foot. So that's almost gonna be like a whole foot in size. But here's the thing: Max has said it himself jokingly. He doesn't have the big longest arms.
The T-Rex
He
arms.
has T-Rex arms. You know, he gets you with his not necessarily ranged. It's more his footwork, right? He closes the distance with different ways and different angles, but he's not the longest person ever.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what's Ilya's game? Ilya is going to be in the pocket. He wants to get close to you. He's going to cut that distance himself. So
He's going to go forward the whole fight.
Yeah.
Max is going to, obviously he's not a backup fighter, so he'll go forward too, but circling out the most. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy fight. Like,
I got Ilya. I think Ilya's going to knock him out in round 2. I think the first one's going to be raw. It's going to be at fireworks.
Maybe I think round 3. Maybe I think round 3.
Ilya's just a monster, and I think Max respects him too. So now the whole taking it to decision. If Max wins, it's by decision. I think.
Now this is a tricky question about that fight. I never seen Topuria done a 5-round fight like Max Holloway.
Yeah, he has. With Josh Emmett, only one time though. When he fought Josh Emmett, yeah. I mean, he went 5 rounds, and what I found interesting in that fight too was in the later rounds he started wrestling more because I felt like his pace started slowing. So I do find it very interesting if that fight goes into deep wall. And the thing is, Max has good takedown defense, so I don't think he's gonna be able to have that same out when it gets into the later round. The question is, if Topuria connects on Max, if Max's chin can absorb those shots, it's gonna be a long night for Topuria. But I just think on the feet, Max is a little more versatile with his kicks and his punches and his knees and his elbows. And I think Ilya's looking more with just his boxing. Yeah, he has like a good calf kick and stuff, but I just think Max has more tools and tricks on the feet. So, but man, it's gonna. I mean, that's the fight of the year, bro. That's the fight of the year.
You think so? Yeah.
No. But hold on. There's another good fight in that card, and
we're getting right next to it.
We're getting there.
Yeah. So Kazman's return versus Robert Whittaker, the Reaper.
I got Kamza.
After God knows how long, X amount, I think 2 years, right? Out of the game,
Yeah.
I got a fight in 2 years. Wow, that's.
But they're saying
why do you got Kamza? And let's pick winners and how.
How? Okay.
And how, just to make it more fun.
He has better wrestling than Whittaker, even though Whittaker has a good takedown defense, but it's not gonna work with him because Kamza is a sambo wrestler and he pushes the pressure with anyone who's in front of him. So that's one. 2, well, I think Whittaker has better striking than him, but I don't think this fight is gonna be passing at least like the second round. I'll give it to Kamza. I think Kamza's gonna get him with a rear naked choke.
In 2 by submission.
Yeah.
Oof, wow.
I think
like
he's gonna
that.
get him with
Okay. How do you see it, Christian? What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna have to go with Whittaker. It's very hard with the amount of health complications that Khamzat's had over the past couple of years, and he just hasn't been able to stay consistent. And then you look at his last fight with Kamaru Usman, he gassed out after the first round, and
Not
it's just
impressive at all.
And it's just been
on short notice, Kamaru Usman.
and it's just been a consistent thing in his career. In this fight, what you're betting on is, can Khamzat finish Whittaker in the first round?
Okay.
If Whittaker survives round 1, it's over.
Okay, this is a tricky question too, in that they're saying this fight might be 5 rounds.
No, it is.
No, it is. They guarantee.
I never seen Kamza in a 5-round fight.
He won't go 5. I don't. The way he fights.
What the Gilbert fight do? Oh,
No, that was 3 rounds.
That
was 3 rounds.
That was 3, and
I can't lie, it was a tough night for him. That was like a really big test for him.
Khamzat's fought, not Khamzat. Oh, sorry. Whittaker's fought, Yoel Romero. Obviously, I do think Khamzat's gonna get him down. I actually think Khamzat's gonna win round 1. I just don't think he's going to be able to do that for 5 rounds. I don't think he's going to get Whittaker out of there. We've seen Khamzat wasn't able to get Usman out of there. Khamzat wasn't able to get Gilbert Burns out of there. And, Robert Whittaker has some of the best defensive grappling at middleweight. He had an off night with Dricus, but I was
about to say, Dricus took him down with a headlock. So it's like, Dricus.
But Dricus is a freak, bro.
Yeah, he's a freaking action figure.
Dricus is the one fighter that, by the book, he does techniques wrong, but he makes them work. I don't get how, but I mean, he's the champion. But his style looks so ugly. But
it's like Robo Sock'em is crazy. Yeah,
but it's just bro, his physicality at middleweight is crazy. I just don't see. Like, I love Hamza. I would actually like to see Hamza win, if I'm being honest. Like,
I'd like to see Hamza fight more. I think Alex
Yeah.
Pereira's what we all thought Hamza was gonna be.
It's just he
Yeah,
has
it's
health
crazy.
issues, so it's like it's always complicated for him. On top of that, I heard that it's always complicated. It's always complicated for him to fight in the U.S.
Because of the country, yeah.
The visa,
because
yeah.
his
Visa,
visa, exactly.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know. I just feel like where there's a will, there's a way. All these other guys are in this crazy countries
Oh,
too.
yeah,
They're
for
making
sure.
it happen because they want to fight. Hamza, you know, he has had a fun 2 years. You know, it's been very eventful. So it's not like, you know.
yeah, in Russia now.
He's also young. He's also very
He's
young.
30 now. He's 30.
Oh, he's 30? Oh.
Yeah, he's entering his prime.
Yeah, 30's entering your prime, exactly.
And in MMA now, I would say, man, like, you're seeing these guys at 32, 33. That's like that prime for sure.
Right.
Bro, I mean, look at Bilal Muhammad. At like
Yeah.
36, he became the champion. That's
Wow, he is that old. That's crazy. I didn't know he was that old. Okay. I think, I don't know. This is a tough fight to
crazy.
pick.
It's tough.
Because you know, you haven't seen Hamza fighting forever, so you don't know what Hamza you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But I think Hamza's gonna win. I think Robert Whitaker. People are a prisoner of the moment. He looked good in his last fight. You know, he's good in the experience. But I think Hamza has a lot to prove. I think people know he's looked bad. I think people know his value's gone down. A lot of people argue to his competition. He hasn't really fought no raw fighters. You know what top 15? People, you know.
The best fighter he's fought at welterweight was Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert
Yeah.
Burns. That's what I'm
And
saying.
then he fought Usman, but super short notice. And this is Usman coming off the 2 Leon
And
Edwards.
on top of that, he
and-
fought
exactly.
him. He didn't fight him at welterweight.
He fought him at middleweight. Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
Exactly. So like Hamza hasn't really fought competition, so it's tough. But you know what? I'm gonna go out on the limb and give it to him because I think he's gonna. He knows there's something to prove.
But how? I want to hear.
How? I love the submission take. I don't think it's gonna be a war. I don't think Robert Whitaker's gonna let it go there, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? Damn, but we've seen Robert Whitaker get slept before, so it's
yeah,
like
and that was Drakus.
we've seen
Yeah.
him get
Dricus.
slept before. And Dricus is just as. I feel like if Hamza wants to take him down, it's gonna be sloppy like Dricus would. You know what? Let's go, Hamza by knockout, by finish, TKO or knockout.
I'm going.
That's
Wait, I
not
actually
gonna
didn't say how.
Early rounds?
I'm going Robert Whitaker round 3 TKO. Round 3.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Yeah, I'm
You think-
gonna
you
go
think-
Hamza too.
you
I'm
think
gonna go
he's
Hamza.
gonna- you
No, I'm
think-
mentira. I'm gonna go Hamza 4.
You think
It's gotta
you
go
think he's gonna
further.
TKO Kamza? You
I
really
think-
think that?
I think Hamza will get tired and he's gonna start pressuring him. I do think Hamza will win round 1. I do think Hamza, like, it's gonna look bad round 1. The question is, can Whitaker survive round 1? That's what we're betting on. There is no world where I see Hamza finishes Whitaker outside of round 1. Hamza in round 1 is a dog. Like, Hamza can beat anybody in round. I don't think I've ever seen Hamza look bad in a first round against anybody. But I just trust that Whitaker is going to be able to. And now, if Hamza going into this fight, he thinks, let me pace myself. Now he's fighting out of his element. And I just think that plays more into Whitaker's hands. So.
You think he's gonna be that strategic though? I don't think Hamza. I think he's going.
Oh, no, he's
for
going balls to the
finishing.
wall.
Yeah, he's
I
going-
think so.
And that's why that is kind of, you know, I don't see him lasting. If it goes to decision, Whitaker is winning all day.
Yeah.
But I don't see Whitaker handling that for 2 rounds.
It's
If he
gonna
got
be
his
tough.
cardio. It's gonna be a fun one to judge. Okay, next we got. You know what off the top, Christian? What's the third fight? It's
I believe it's Magomed and
yeah. And
Magomed,
Rakic.
right? And
Yeah.
Rakic.
Ankalaev? How do you pronounce it?
Ankalaev, yeah.
Ankalaev versus Rakic.
Yeah.
Alexander Rakic. Now, Ankalaev, I've wanted him to personally. I'm going to start here with my pick. I want him to win because I want him to eventually then see Poatan. Nobody's seen Poatan, you know, fight with a wrestler.
Yeah.
Rakic, you know, I don't, you know, I don't really buy the hype with Rakic, but you know, it's there. A lot of people, you know, like him. But yeah, I think Ankalaev's gonna win early rounds. Man, 1, right? Like they're gonna go nasty, you know. I'll give it Ankalaev in 1. Takedown, TKO type of shit. We'll see. Sloppy. What do you think?
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Same.
Ankalaev versus Rakic.
Same.
You know, I mean, and think about it. The Jury Rakic fight was kind of fucking. It was crazy, but he was winning. Rakic was winning that fight, and then Jury fucking craziness. What do you think?
I'm gonna go on with the underdog. I'm gonna go with Rakic.
Yeah, how?
I've seen Rakic train in person, bro. This man is massive. He is probably the biggest light heavyweight I've ever seen in my life. Like that dude.
Ankalaev looks like Frankenstein too. Are they
Yeah.
similar size?
I think Rakic is a little bigger than him. Though.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we just found out now that Rakic, the week of the fight, obviously all these fighters say they have injuries and stuff, but for me, it's something I'll believe a little more. When Rakic fought Yuri, this was him coming off that ACL surgery, so that was the first fight that he hadn't fought in like over a year. And then on that fight, he had like a staph infection, so he was like on antibiotics. So after the first round with Yuri, he just completely gassed. But obviously, when you're on those type of antibiotics, I think that plays a factor. I think Rakic has some of the best leg kicks at light heavyweight, and we saw Ankalaev have a really hard time when he fought Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
And I think this entire fight, I think that Rakic knows he has to prepare his takedown defense. I think on the feet, Rakic is the better striker. And, bro, I just honestly feel like whenever I see these fighters that, like, they just seem really distracted. Like, right now, Uncle Live's not even talking about Rakic. Like, he's like, when I fight Pereira,
He's looking next.
Yeah.
Good
And
point.
I just feel like his eyes are not where they need to be. And I feel like Rakic, you know, he was beating Jan until he tore his knee in the middle of the fight, freak accident. And then after that, you know, the whole thing where man, I just think he's coming with a point to prove it. Bro, I have, how would he? I'm going to go decision. I'm going to go Alexander Rakic by decision.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Very realistic.
Yeah, it is. But, yeah, 3 banger fights that, to be honest, could go anyway.
No, they're going to be good.
Yeah,
bro.
3 banger fights. And then next, I think it's Shara Bully, right?
No, I think it's Murphy and Dan Ige.
Oh, yeah, Leron Murphy versus Dan Ige.
Ooh, that fight I'm looking forward. That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, this time with a full camp, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
In this one, bro, Leron Murphy has looked really impressive, and for me, bro, he's one of these featherweights that's really well-rounded, and he can do it all. He can strike well, he can wrestle well, he can grapple well. I feel like Dan, he has a really hard time with guys that can mix it up. Obviously, the Brian Ortega fight, he took it on super short notice, but we saw him against even like the Korean Zombie. He was having a hard time getting taken down and stuff like that. And honestly, I just see Leron Murphy being able to just mix it up and just being able to just be the more well-rounded guy. So again, that's another fight that it's gonna be a banger, but I see it going to decision. I think Dan Ige is a little too tough to finish, but I'm gonna go Murphy by decision.
I'm prisoner of the moment. I'm gonna go decision too, but with Dan Ige.
Me too. I was gonna go for Danny Egan too.
He's got the hype and I don't know. I'd like to see him win now, especially after stepping up the way he did last time.
Oh no,
and
he's
now
a
he's
gangster,
got a full
bro.
camp.
He's a gangster.
Like, he's got my.
I'm going for Danny Egan, and I'm saying decision too.
Decision. Yeah, they're both tough.
Definitely, I think the money play there. You know, like I didn't really want to make this so much about money, but if you're gonna bet on anything here, I would say maybe take the over in rounds, right?
Yeah,
that'd be good, right? I think take the over in rounds between both of them, and then after we got. Oh, I can just do it here. Yeah, now it's Shara Magomedov.
I might be butchering it too, but I think it's Magomedov.
No, yeah, that feels more.
Against who?
Versus Armin Petrosian.
Petrosian.
I
don't know who those guys are.
Well,
Cheryl's the one with the one eye.
Oh, Cheryl.
But you know what, man? He didn't look so good in his last fight, bro.
No, he didn't.
He looked terrible in his last fight, and like honestly, with his last fight, I kind of like I hate the fraud check term, but I really I thought he had all this hype, and then his last fight, he just looked crazy, like really kind of outmatched, outclassed type, and I think he kind of got exposed in that last fight with a lot of flaws in his game. Mind you, he's young, new fight, new camp. I'm just not familiar with the other guy, to be honest. I'm not familiar with the other guys.
The other guy, man, I would say he's more of a striker. So right now I think they're trying to build Shara because obviously, you know, these guys from Dagestan and stuff, they're just really trying to put a lot of money behind them. And I think this is a good matchup for Shara. Like, this is not a guy that's gonna mix it up. I think Shara's gonna have a lot of problems when he starts fighting guys that can mix it up and take them down. Yeah. But I think in this one, Shara will probably. I'm gonna go. I think like a round 3 TKO or something. Like maybe finish him late, but. Yeah, I just think this is a tailor-made matchup for him. Like, they're giving him matchups to allow him to build his career. And I think this is just another fight where they're allowing him to build. Armin's pretty good, but I just think that Shara's like a step above. I think Armin does the same things that Shara does, but Shara does it a little better. So I just think Shara will probably edge him out.
Yeah, and kind of like same thing with Hamza we were saying, and like you were saying about Rakic, you know, maybe he doesn't care. Maybe some fighters don't listen to the hype, but I feel like they do. If not, the people around them do. Like they say, you maybe go for the finisher, maybe show out, maybe
Yeah. Well, I think Shara probably isn't the happiest with his last performance, and
Right, exactly.
So, I think a lot of fighters can attest to that. Where like have an off night or something like that, and then you come back the next one with like a chip on your shoulder.
It
and a point to
influences,
prove.
how you're coming into the next one. Absolutely.
And I think it plays a factor too, man. Like he's getting all these fights in Abu Dhabi, so he's close to home. I definitely think he's gonna he's acclimated to this place. He's fought in Dubai already a couple. It's not the first time he fights here, so
facts. That's another point too. They're fighting over there. That's crazy.
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
2 p.m. pay-per-view time is gonna be crazy.
Wow, that's true.
Here in the States too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, early, yeah. No, I'm not moving from 2 to 6. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
2 to
Wait. The fight is on early.
Max Holloway is fighting like at 5
fighting
p.m.
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's always like they always make fights really early.
Well, they're doing their time
for them, but like, what was the fight recently that happened in the UK and they did it like earlier to compensate?
Bro,
for
they
American
said
fighters?
fuck the UK. That's fucked up,
That
bro.
was crazy.
Bro, they have like a bunch of champions from the UK
at 7 a.m. type of shit, right? They were fighting some crazy time, bro. That is wild.
Dude, I felt bad for them, bro. Like honestly, they should cater to them. Like, bro, they're the ones that sold out the whole arena. Like,
of course, yeah.
Well, we can adjust here for one pay-per-view. It's fine. Because either way, most of the pay-per-views are here in the States. So, like, when you do a pay-per-view over there, you should,
That'd be crazy. 5 a.m. watching a fight.
I'll do it, bro. I'll do it.
That's perfect, though. Like, imagine you work that night shift. I mean, that night and that day, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna watch UFC to start off the day.
Hey, I'll wake up early.
Hell yeah.
I got no problem.
Yeah, before sparring.
Yeah. Go clubbing to pregame for the fight, and then go home and watch the fight.
That's the pregame of the pregame.
Yo, that's crazy. Hey, all right. So, damn. So, yeah, I like Shara Bullet, too. I think he's got something to prove. And then we got another one on the card?
I believe in the main card, that's it, right? Yeah, 5 fights. Yeah. That's the rest of the main card.
And the other fight I wanted to talk about, too, was Jeff Neal versus
that's the main
RDA.
event of the prelims.
Yeah, I think that's the feature fight in the prelims, if not the second last, the last one. RDA, man. Yeah, RDA versus Jeff Neal, right?
Jeff Neal.
Yeah?
Jeff Neal. You
gotta say how. You gotta say how and why, bro.
Over the OG, man.
I don't know. I think Rafael dos Anjos, like, who was this last guy he fought?
He was looking good till I think he got slept, right? Or he lost, right?
Was his last fight against Fiziev?
It was Fiziev.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
Wait, no. But didn't he fight Brian Barberena after that? Because I think he went back up to welter. I'm not sure. Yeah.
No. He fought someone literally recently. I saw, and I think
you
he
can just
didn't
put Tapology, RDA.
Gamrot. No, yeah,
he fought Gamrot.
Gamrot.
Yeah, and didn't get.
And it wasn't even a finish. It was a decision.
Yeah,
and didn't Gamrot win?
Well, I mean, RDA dropped him in round 1, but then Gamrot kept wrestling him the entire time.
So yeah, like, I just think Geoff Neal, like,
Brian Barberena was in 2022.
2022. Okay.
Geoff Neal has fought really good competitors, but I think this fight, he's gonna literally pressure Rafael dos Anjos, and I think he's gonna do it on the second round.
Damn, the pressure's gonna get him. You think?
Yeah, he pressures a lot.
RDA might have a hard time dealing with that. I don't think RDA will get finished. I think RDA will survive and just
I think second round he's done. I'm saying right now. I think second round he'll be done because
I think he'll lose by decision. I'll go with Jeff Neal by the decision.
What about you, Chris? What do you think?
To me, I think I got Jeff Neal too. I just think you look at Jeff Neal, he fought guys like Bilal Muhammad, and he's fought really good wrestlers. He's been able to stuff all their takedowns.
And he fought Shavkat.
Yeah, he fought Shavkat too. But like,
monster though.
Yeah, like Jeff Neal, like RDA, he does best in his fights when he's able to mix it up. So like when he's able to mix in his takedown, I don't think he's gonna have that option against Jeff Neal. And I believe Jeff Neal is just a much larger guy. Like RDA at 155 looks really good. At 170, he's always able to, like, he went 5 rounds with Leon Edwards, and he's put up he went 5 rounds with Kamaru Usman without getting, and this is prime Usman that he fought. But I just think Jeff Neal is gonna be have the heavier hands, and I just think he's gonna be able to kind of like bully him a little bit, just
that's
with
how
the size.
I see it. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see RDA getting finished either. I'm probably gonna have to go like by a third round, just like a decision for sure for Jeff Neal.
I think the first fighter we're all in agreement with winning. I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I think so, right?
Yeah, Cool. All right, and yeah, that's how you end the card. And then I do want to talk about some upcoming fights too, some big main events, just to have some fun too, and give some people something to think about. And when we do the next one of these, we could probably, not have to switch our picks, but we're allowed to switch our picks. 'Cause
Yeah.
of course, more things are gonna happen down the line. For all we know, Jones isn't even gonna fight.
We'll see that.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, that's the one in MSG. Yeah.
yeah, November 2nd, no? Or
No. It's
Right
November
after the 9th,
twen-
yeah.
no, I think it's
5th
November
16th after your fight. After
Yeah.
your fight. It's November 16th.
yeah. So Jones versus Stipe. If it happens, how do you guys see it going?
Jones.
Yeah.
Jones. When was the last time Stipe
It's
has
just-
competed? Stipe hasn't competed for the past like almost 3 years.
It's just hard.
Yeah, it's been 3 years since Stipe fought who he fought last time? He
Ngannou.
fought
Ngannou.
Francis.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out.
Yeah. It's just
Over
this-
Francis. Like,
Okay, but he beat Francis in the first fight. He beat him.
yeah, I mean,
So-
but Francis, that was a really raw Francis. That was like a very,
Yeah, a young
premature
Francis,
Francis,
yeah.
very young Francis.
Which he just won recently this weekend.
Yeah,
It was-
looking
that
like
was-
one. Looked like a month. Well, he hasn't fought since that knockout.
Yeah.
It's not about hasn't been the same. I think John Jones is saying that. I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I'd like to see.
I think
I'd like
John
to see
Jones.
a fight. I'd like
I
to
think
see a
John
fight.
Jones is gonna win. Like
John Jones hasn't.
But
you can't
how?
beat that guy.
But how do you think he would?
How?
I think first round submission.
Okay.
First round submission.
Okay.
Man, listen. No
First
roids. No
Big-
roids.
Because
we know
Stipe, and the reason why I'm saying that, is because Stipe hasn't competed in 3 years, and if you're off the game or off the octagon for those type of years,
Jones ain't that much worse.
Okay.
A year and some change.
okay, but John Jones was still training. The reason why he wasn't getting fights is because
Dude, John Jones been partying.
it's party, and he was always getting arrested. He was always getting in trouble out there. Like
No, that's not why he didn't fight. He didn't fight because he was in contract negotiations
Mm.
for over 3 years. Because he wanted a certain amount of money, and they know why they didn't want to give it to him.
oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's why he didn't fight for
Forgot
as
about
long as
that
he
one.
did.
He was arguing for years for that. So.
Yeah, but all right, who are you going with? We'll go in order.
You know what? And here's the thing. You've kind of educated me on this thing where it's bad when fighters look past the fight.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe John Jones might be looking too much into Stipe. Like he's like, no, Stipe's the only one. Stipe. And what if Stipe goes in there like kind of what Francis did to him in the rematch and just kind of a couple tweaks to his game and gives John Jones something different to work with. Let's play it fair. Let's God willing, no roids. John Jones fights clean. What if back then when John Jones was wrestling DC, he was on roids?
No, he
You
was.
know?
No, that's already
and now
proven.
he's going
That's
heavier
proven.
in
That's-
size,
yeah, that's proven.
wrestling against a heavier person who wrestles
So you're
at
saying
that size
so
without
you're-
roids.
So you guys are saying Stipe's a better wrestler than John Jones?
Without roids and at that size, we don't know.
Well, we don't know. We're gonna.
We don't
find
know.
out, yeah.
We're gonna find out. That's what I'm saying. So I kind of see a world where Stipe might shock the world, man. And just to be a contrarian, I love to see Stipe kind of put John Jones on his ass and make it interesting.
I know you're not a go for Jones because he done roids and he done a lot
Nah,
of shit.
but-
No, but he's looking at from
Yeah,
a technical
I'm just
and
looking from a
Okay,
technical
so
fan's
what do you
point.
think?
It's not
What do you
about
think?
any of that,
In
yeah.
your opinion, what do you think?
At the end of the day, right? Like, the only thing we have to base Jones at heavyweight is the Surreal Gone fight, and the Surreal Gone fight, man, Gone. I mean, credit to Jones, he exposed like a big thing in Gone's game, which was obviously like his grappling deficiency. But man, it's tough because it's hard to say because Stipe hasn't fought in 3. So it's like, what Stipe are we getting? Like we don't know what he's on. Like Stipe is literally a wild card pick. Like to sit here and confidently say Stipe, it's hard just because he hasn't fought. And so it's like, I don't know what to expect. He's 42. It's just hard to say. Like, we don't know if that was maybe better for him because he did get knocked out clean by Francis. That was probably a much needed break that
was
he
a
needed.
funny knockout.
But man, I'm actually, bro, honestly, like, my thing is, I think if it stays on the feet, I honestly think Stipe hits way harder, and I do think
At that size, right?
I just think,
Yeah.
bro, the biggest thing that we're betting on is can Jones take down Stipe, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the underdog pick, and I got Stipe knocking him out in the second.
Nice. I like it. I like it. And you know what?
I'm going out on a limb,
me
even
ask-
though this is out on a limb though. This is a crazy pick because we haven't seen Stipe in 3 years, so we don't know.
No. It's not that crazy. And as a non-fighter, I want to ask you guys something. Did you guys see what Cyril Gane's he's going viral yesterday and today for something he said in a recent interview. He said that he's thankful for the John Jones fight because it showed him that he wasn't taking fighting seriously. He was unmotivated. One of the accounts I follow on Twitter, Ocelot MMA, he quote tweeted the clip and he was like, mind you could be a top 5 heavyweight and take the sport unseriously and still get a championship shot. Like,
yeah.
Like it shows like the heavyweight division's very shallow and like anybody could kind of almost have a chance. I bring that up to say is, what have we really seen John Jones do at heavyweight? He wrestled, went straight to, exposed Cyril Gane for just being a striker, did what he could do, took him down, submitted him super quick. We're all just as shocked as Cyril Gane. We're all on the floor, like literally, with his
John
face.
Jones ain't playing.
Huh?
John Jones ain't playing.
But, like I said, he knew what to do there. What's he going to do with Stipe?
That's for me the biggest thing too is when Jones came off like the steroids and all that stuff. We saw him against Dominic Reyes. He did not look impressive at all. He fought Thiago Santos, who tore his ACL in the fight and was pretty much fighting on one leg, and he didn't look good at all in that fight. And then that's when he took that long break and he came back and he fought Gon and he really just wrestled. That's
it. Low key, it's almost a good
Yeah.
matchup when you weigh in all the inactivity and you weigh in how short the Cyril Gane fight was and how easy it was for John Jones.
It's
Mind
just-
you, not to take credit away from
Yeah.
John Jones. He made it look easy. It's great, but like, come on.
It's just such a mystery fight. To me, the biggest tale of that fight is going to be because Jones is going to shoot. He's definitely, when Jones shoots, if Stipe is able to stuff it and they're able to stay on the feet, it's going to be bad. But now, if Jones, Stipe hasn't fought. My question is, in these 3 years, has Stipe been training? Or has he been like kind of training, But only he can answer that question, But I think John Jones getting hurt benefited Stipe because now he's getting an extra year
He's
to like
been quiet too.
and
he
he's
doesn't
just
pose.
well, I mean, because he's just focused, bro.
No, and he knows he's not getting this payday. John Jones wants it just as bad as him, I'm sure. So maybe he has been going hard training quietly in the jungle in the shadows. Oh.
Isn't Stipe
in 4?
Isn't Stipe 40 years old now?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we've seen plenty of guys in the heavier weights. He's 42, but we've seen plenty of guys at later ages win the title. And John Jones is what, 37?
Jones what was that guy's name?
And John Jones would be partying.
What was that guy's
Glover
name?
Teixeira won the belt at 40.
Yeah, and when you factor in the steroids and the coke, John Jones is like 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So it's just such a hard fight because they've both had so much inactivity. Jones is coming off a huge chest surgery at 30. It's just
true.
And then Stipe hasn't fought in 3. Neither it's hard, but I'm going out on a limb and I'm going with Stipe. I'm not very confident though.
I'm in 4 rounds though. Like I don't know. I'd like to see a little battle.
I love Stipe, but I'm going for Jones.
Yeah,
I'm going for Jones because no matter what, when somebody gets Jones, they don't stop that guy. They don't stop him, bro. Sorry.
No, John.
Oh no. Dana White will be on his knees saying John Jones is the.
He's the baddest, like he said. He's the baddest motherfucker in the planet, bro.
You locked the room with John Jones and every. Every animal.
And they mocked him. They say, "Oh, this guy been rubbing. I mean, this dude's been like hopping on his dick. This dude's like always like mentioning him."
He knows. All right, next one I want to talk about DDP versus Strickland 2.
Who?
Drickus versus Strickland 2.
Yeah, Drickus Duplessis.
I think Strickland.
Versus Sean Strickland.
I think Strickland.
How?
Yeah. Hey, you gotta give a little
more.
You gotta give a little more answer than that, dog.
Rhino just wants to keep it simple.
Hold on. No, never mind. I just thought about it. Never mind. I think Drickus.
Sean looked good versus Costa, but Costa just looked notoriously bad, right? That was Strickland's last fight, right? Versus Costa,
against
right?
Costa. Yeah.
He looked good.
No, didn't Drickus just fought Israel?
No. Strickland.
Strickland.
Yeah.
Well, he beat Izzy. That was sad.
Yeah,
that was sad, bro.
Yeah.
He's literally studying him every single stuff. I'm thinking that fight, bro. Like he did all his checks. He did everything. He saw everything what Israel did.
No,
that's January.
No, that's next year. It's gonna be next year.
That's January. That's like the
Yeah.
first big early card of the year, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it hasn't been signed like an official date, but
Right. It's not on the website.
But
yet.
I
Yeah.
mean, but Dana already said that's next. So when Dana says it like that,
After
they're not-
December, because December we have Bilal and Shafka, which we'll talk about
Yeah.
after. But I want to talk about this first. Strickland DDP. So you got Strickland?
No, I got Drickus.
You switched it, and
Yeah,
how?
I switched it to Drickus.
In the
because-
distance?
Huh?
In the distance, what round?
I think decision.
Oh, so all the
I
way,
think decision,
all the
yeah.
way.
I
Damn.
think decision because I don't know. Strickland's just.
Well, yeah, I mean, so Strickland's got slept. He got slept by Alex. Who else has he been slept by?
That's really it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He didn't.
At middleweight, that's really it.
Yeah.
He got dropped by Usman, but he didn't get finished. But that was at welterweight, and he was cutting a lot of weight.
And Dricus just beat his ass all 5 rounds, right?
No.
Oh no.
No. That was a close fight. That was
Yeah.
a
Whoa,
close
you're
fight.
talking about the
But it
Strickland
was a
and
decision.
Drickus fight?
It was a split. It was a
was a
like
split?
Strickland.
They were doing good, bro. Both
It
of
was
them.
a
It's
split,
just-
really?
The reason why Strickland lost was because he had so many takedowns from Drickus. Drickus did so many takedowns.
It,
on
it,
him.
I remember
it wasn't
that
just the
every
takedowns.
single
it wasn't,
round.
It wasn't just the takedowns though.
Yeah, he was tagging him.
Yeah,
He was
to
tagging
me,
him.
the biggest thing going into this fight, I'm cheering for Strickland because I fucking love Sean Strickland. But it's just hard because at the end of the day, you know how Sean Strickland's going to fight. He's going to come forward with his jab. He's going to throw his teeps. The thing about Drickus, like, man, he's kind of grown on me a little bit. But,
Me
like,
too. Me too.
the thing
A lot.
about him is he can do it all. And I think that's just the biggest thing. First off, he has, like, a power factor. So, like, Sean's not just going to be able to walk him down because Drickus can crack. I think that was another factor in the last fight. Drickus started kicking. Drickus started kneeing. Drickus
Sean has to
started
show
making
me
it.
more. Sean has to show me more.
Sean's only gonna jab and come forward with his punches and throw some kicks. I want Sean to win. I'm a huge Sean fan, but I just see. I think also with Drickus now feeling Sean, Drickus can adjust his game plan because Drickus can do so many more things. So I'm just going with Drickus again. And by a decision, I just think Sean. I just think it'll be more dominant.
I think this fight is gonna be different because since what happened in the first fight, I think Strickland is gonna be working more on the takedown defense.
But then,
with the
but
Drickus.
still, Drickus has the kicks and he has a bunch of stuff. You know, it's just he does so much.
And
You know,
tell me if I'm wrong, guys, because you guys are in the sport, and I'm looking at it more like a fan. But I feel like Sean Strickland's offense kind of leads to takedowns, because like that whole way he kind of just rushing, like he opens himself for that.
well, I
Like,
mean,
like-
the thing is, you know, his thing is just it's pressure based, right? Like I'm trying to stay in your face the entire time. The thing is, he has very good takedown defense, but he also has a very good ability to get back up. Cause we saw that even in the DDP fight, he had a very good ability to get back up. I don't
Yeah.
think DDP will be able to hold him down, and DDP knows that. But DDP is gonna use those takedowns to score. If a round is close, right? Like let's say Sean's up by 2 or 3 strikes, but Drickus gets a takedown, holds him for 30 seconds, he wins that round. And that was what he was doing good in the last fight. Like it's
Controlling
just,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
controlling
and
it.
he's just able to do so much more, and that's the thing about mixed martial arts. The more you're able to do, the more facets of your game you're able to show. When it's being judged, it just looks better for Drickus.
the more martial arts you could mix,
Exactly.
the easier it is.
Keyword mixed martial arts.
Crazy,
right?
right? That's so crazy how it's in the name. Yeah. So
Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith are fighting in 309.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
really?
in December. Yeah.
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy.
That's in November, no? That's in November.
That's November. I thought it was December.
I could be wrong.
Wait, who?
Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith.
That's the November card.
Oh,
Oh yeah, 309 is the John Jones card. That's the
Yeah.
John Jones card.
damn!
Yeah,
But
that's one. Yeah.
I don't know. Dominic Reyes, like
He looked good his last fight.
Well, hold on.
I didn't
Yeah,
see his.
that's gonna be
I didn't
cool round
see.
two.
I didn't get to see
Round
his
two.
last fight.
Knockout.
Oh, was it
Listen,
knockout?
Round 1, yeah. Against Dustin Jacoby. Really. Dustin Jacoby's
No, I
a
didn't see
glory kickboxer, too. He looked really
Yeah.
good.
So anyways, let's wrap up the Strickland DDP. So we're all in the. Oh no, you're on Strickland, right? Oh,
No,
we're
I said
DDP. Oh, that's.
DDP.
We're all
To me,
then.
DDP by decision, I just don't think it'll be as close of a decision as last time. I just think it'll be unanimous this time.
Ah, yeah, I like that. I like that take. Because I was trying to convince myself Sean could get finished, but I don't see it. And
No.
Dricus,
Yeah.
I don't see him risking himself for the finish either. I see him more controlling the fight, winning by points. You saying the takedown thing, that's another factor too. Very smart fighter. Although
Yeah.
he fights almost sloppy the way it looks, but it's very strategic and very calculated and very cerebral.
Strickland might get sloppy and desperate.
Yeah.
And be the one to
I like his boxing
I
stance.
I think that's how Strickland wins. He has to like switch it up and like his Philly style. Yes, although it may be awkward. That's what it's called, right? The
Philly shell,
the Philly shell. Yeah. Although it seems awky and you know it's whatever, but like it's one thing. It's just one
Yeah.
way. So it's like you can
It's
figure
just
it out.
It's just hard. 'Cause again, I think the biggest thing that Sean has going into his fights, and this is something that I can attest to, when you fight a guy that pressures you the entire time, that's something you have to like really feel like a first-hand experience. To have a guy that's gonna be in your face for 25 minutes, like there's people that like I've fought or people that I've sparred that fight like that, and that's a very different type of cardio that you need, and like it's something you have to experience for you to be able to know how to deal with it. And that's why I'm saying going into the second fight, I feel like Dricus can pull out more cards from his deck that Sean hasn't seen. Sean's always gonna fight the same way. He's gonna make small improvements to his game,
How much can he change?
but exactly, I just
How
think
much can he change?
but Dricus, I think he can come with a whole new game plan. So that
Yeah.
based off that, I have to go with Dricus.
Crazy. All right, this next one I love. I'm dying to talk about Usman versus JDM. That just got announced.
That got announced?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah.
JDM.
Yeah.
Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah.
The one that just beat Gilbert
Oh
Burns.
yeah.
Yeah. Versus Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman full
Wait,
fight
is it
camp.
3 rounds, 5 rounds?
He beat.
That's let's make this assumption that it'll be damn. But if that's on a free card, that has to be the main event.
Yeah, is it on a pay-per-view?
Yeah. Let me pull up the exact details. Hold on.
Cause it's funny. I saw Jack far right in front of me in Miami. Well, against Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
He was losing the whole fight. The reason why he
So
won.
it's not 100% confirmed.
He was
Mentira.
losing
Likely
the whole
next
fight
though.
because
Likely
he got
next.
grappled the whole time. But the reason why he won because he caught Gilbert.
Honestly though, the fight makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Kamaru needs something to put himself back in the picture. He kind of has that championship stock that gets him,
For sure.
kinda
One
skipping the
win
line.
gets him back.
Wait, so who do you think will win that fight?
Damn.
Oh, to me, this is an easy pick.
I think
if I'm being honest.
Kamaru's winning this. I think Kamaru would win off experience and like I don't know. I just think JDM needs to show us something. He got to show us something. And
I
he's
don't
raw.
know, man. He's
I
been
like-
losing.
I
He's
like-
been losing for the past 3 fights.
I mean, he lost one last fight of short notice, and then he lost to Leon Edwards. I feel like Leon Edwards got to show him. I feel like that kind of woke his game up.
He lost to Leon Edwards twice. He lost to Kamza.
He's
But
had
Kamza
surgeries?
Kamza was a short notice fight, so
He's
Yeah.
had injury issues too, right? I know his knees are banged up. But
oh
Well,
yeah, he
nah,
can't
but-
even run.
But that's an injury he's had all his life. And
Oh,
it's
that's
just,
forever.
and it's just progressively gotten worse as he's gotten
Oh,
older.
so
Yeah.
that doesn't get any better.
No, yeah. It's just that's just wear and tear. But oh wait, did you say your pick, Rhino?
No, not. I will have to say, to be honest, Jack, because I don't know. Usman hasn't been the same.
But how do you see Jack winning?
Catching him,
Catching him?
catch him. Just one caught.
Well, like
Yeah.
a knee or something?
Knee. It could be a knee.
Yeah?
Because if he shoots, Jack could see it coming and
Yeah.
knees him.
I
I
don't
just
think Kamal gets knocked out by a knee. I don't know.
to me it's just
That's how Gilbert got caught.
I just think Usman hasn't looked the best lately, and I just think he hasn't been able to wrestle as effectively as he did earlier in his career. And I think on the feet, the fluidity of Jack is night and day difference from Usman. I don't think on the feet it'll be even close. I just think Jack is the way better striker.
yeah, because he is a better striker than
Yeah.
him. So
So both of you are on Jack?
yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
to me, Jack. Yeah, to I think Usman might hang strong. Nah, I actually got Jack TKOing him in the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, bro.
I'm against both. I'm against all three. of you.
Usman hasn't been winning, and that
I
that
know.
actually
Well,
gets to you, bro.
I've
it's
never
not just
bet
that.
on Usman. No, mentira, I did bet on Usman.
Also,
On
he
that
took
Leon
too
Edwards
much damages. He also took too much
Yeah.
damage because
But he took a lot of-
when Usman was champion, he was fighting non-stop against the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, he fought Colby twice, and we've just seen
Yeah.
how that's
He
aged.
fought Jorge twice, even though he beat Jorge the second when he
Yeah.
knocked him out.
I
That
love-
was shocking from
Yeah.
this day. I'm still shocked about that. And he beat he didn't beat Leon Edwards.
He beat Gilbert.
He beat Gilbert Burns too.
No,
When
he
got
beat
him.
Leon Edwards once back in the
Yeah,
day.
but that
But
was
this
like
one, they
when
were
he was
both
in his
contenders.
prime. When he was in his
Yeah.
prime, but like now when he became champion, it was like
recently.
it was different. He lost twice to him. So
But yeah, I just think the difference in that fight is gonna be the fluidity of Jack. Like, and I think Jack is really starting to come into his own. And the thing about Usman is like I don't think he doesn't have a submission threat, and I think that's the biggest issue. Even if he does get a takedown, he's not gonna like be like Burns that's gonna throw hooks in and threaten you with a rear naked. Like Usman's just looking for control, so Jack can take more chances, look to give up the back, fight the hands, get up. So I just think Usman's fighting an uphill battle, and I think Jack's power on it, bro, and Jack can fight out of both stances super fluidly. I see Jack catching him eventually.
what do you think?
I agree with you guys. Jack is more fluid. He's more versatile. But I think Usman's gonna take him to school. I think he's gonna lean on the wrestling. The one thing he's better than him at. You know, you don't have. Yes, the more martial arts you can mix, the better
sure.
your likelihood and chances. But I think Usman's gonna really take him to school. And like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah, the game has some flaws in it. But maybe some clinch work, maybe some shit. A lot of things you could do with takedowns, specifically with how good Usman used to be, especially with age now. He can incorporate a lot of things. I'm sure with experience now, maybe he switched up his game a little bit. I see him doing something different and really taking Jack to school. Maybe controlling, a lot of the fight, the majority of the fight, not giving Jack the chance to be fluid and versatile and show off.
Yeah.
And like I just Jack, he has to win me over in something. And, I'm not sold on it basically yet. I want to see him fight tougher competition and go against somebody who could really wrestle with him and take him to that level. And I'm hoping Usman comes in healthy, full fight camp. We'll see. And the fight's not gonna happen for the whole year, probably according to the rumor.
Yeah, it hasn't even been booked. It's next year.
Right.
Yeah.
So Usman's gonna have a lot of time to recover and come into this healthy. So I'd like to see him, win by decision. I think that'll happen there. Let's talk about Shavkat versus Bilal. What do you guys got there?
That one's definitely tough.
Yeah.
Really?
That one,
okay.
Man, Bilal.
I don't know what to say because Shavkat, I like Shavkat. No one has beaten him, but
I love Shavkat, man. That's crazy.
But Shavkat hasn't fought like the top anybody in the top 5 yet. So with Bilal Muhammad in being in it the first as fighting for the champion now, like I don't know, like that's really hard to decide. And Bilal Muhammad at his last fight, what he did to Leon Edwards was still impressive. So
he looked great, but
even though he's a boring fighter, but I don't know, that was impressive for him.
It's two polar opposites. Well, no, that fight versus Leon
Bilal Muhammad is boring.
No, but that fight versus Leon wasn't boring.
Yeah, it wasn't boring, but all his other fights, they were boring as shit, bro.
Listen, 19 finishes. 19 finishes, bro. 19 finishes is crazy.
No, I mean, yeah.
Shavkat is crazy.
Shavkat has 17 wins, 17 finishes.
Oh, 17, my bad.
17 wins, 17 finishes. Never gone to a decision.
So, my fault.
But
it's about to be 18. And soon it'll be 19.
To me, that's like the big thing in this fight. What happens if this fight goes into deep water just because Shavkat's always finished somebody? Like, he's never had to go to around 4 and 5. And it's the biggest thing is I think on the feet Bilal's outclassed. Like, I think Shavkat will put it on him. The question is, can Bilal take him down? That's my thing. He put his hands on him. Yeah, really. Yeah, like that's my question. But if I have to go off on a limb because of Shavkat's submission ability, I'm gonna take Shavkat by submission.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even if Bilal does get his way and wrestle him, like I don't think it's the end all be all for Shavkat. I think that guy is so well versed, so bro. It's
funny. I met Shavkat at my job, Cheesecake Factory. I saw him there. And I said, hey.
I'm gonna have to go Shavkat probably by like a 3rd round submission.
I think Shavkat's gonna spark him.
I don't know what to pick in that fight, so I don't know what to say.
You're on the fence. You're on the fence, Rhino.
Yeah, pick something, Rhino. Throw it out there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna say Shavkat. I'm gonna say Shavkat by third round submission. And it's because I don't know, like and standing up wise, Shavkat is gonna outclass.
Just much more dangerous.
Is gonna outclass Bilal Muhammad, and then Bilal Muhammad is gonna try to take him down. But I never seen Shavkat got taken down.
Shavkat definitely has good takedown defense, and I just think, man, he has one of the meanest guillotines I've ever seen. And then it's a good fight, bro. But
like what he did to Geoff Neal was like really like
the standing rear
naked choke. Was really cool. Impressive. I was like, what the hell? Like what type of submission is that? Like.
All right, this will be the last MMA one we cover, and then we could do a miscellaneous one. Let's do Pantoja versus Asakura. What's up with Asakura? How do you guys feel about that guy?
Man, I've been watching him in Ryzen for a little bit. He's a really good striker. Like, the thing is, a lot of his knockouts, because Ryzen has different rules than the UFC. So, like, over there, you're allowed to knee a grounded opponent. So, like, and you can soccer kick people over there. Like you can kick someone in the head when they're on there. A lot of his knockouts come from that. So, but he is really clean on the feet. Like, he is much cleaner than Pantoja. But
I saw a video recently where he was training with Merab.
He looked good.
And he looked really good on the takedown defense. So I think if Pantoja tries to grapple him, it's not going to work for him. Like, Asakura is really good.
Again, for me, I feel like Pantoja's style is coming forward and taking a shot. And I think you can only do that so long in your career. Like, I don't think, you know, you can go your entire career just walking forward. Because I would say Pantoja's biggest weakness is his defense. I'm going to go with the underdog in Asakura. I think Asakura's going to get him out of there.
That's what I think.
But
I think he's gonna knock him out.
But the question is,
Don't do that.
but
I think he's gonna knock him
the
out.
the question is, if Pantoja does get him down, Pantoja's a dog on the ground, bro. Because
Yeah, I love
I've
Pantoja, man.
I've grappled Pantoja, and that is
Yeah.
one of the highest skilled.
You did
grappler.
used to train at his gym at America Tati Coconut Creek.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, Pantoja's really good. It's just, bro, I don't know how long can you keep that style of just walking forward and take, because even Ursig was starting to crack him, and Ursig was starting, and like now you're starting to figure out, like that's one thing when you've been a champion for so long and you fight the same way, you have all these contenders coming up, and there's so much film to study on you. If you're not constantly changing, you're gonna get figured out eventually. And I just feel like in this fight, man, it's hard because Asakura, again, in Ryzen, a lot of the ways he's knocked people out, that rule set's not even,
It doesn't translate.
it doesn't translate in the UFC. But I'm gonna go out on a limb, bro. His striking is really good, and I think he can catch Pantoja by surprise. So I'm gonna go Asakura by.
I don't think he's ready for 5 rounds. I think Pantoja's gonna take him to deep waters, fucking protect the belt, protect the crib. He'll make it, defend the belt with the decision.
I just don't think he's gonna take him down, though.
Split. I don't think he'll get all 3 judges.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm having some ballsy picks today. I'm gonna go.
It's good though. That's good, man. It's fun. It's fun.
So sometimes you gotta have ballsy pick. I remember the biggest ballsy pick I feel like I had was when Strickland fought Adesanya, and I was just going Strickland the entire way, and everyone looked at me like I was
Wow.
crazy. That was probably one of the ones where I went out on a limb, but
Izzy ain't
It
been the
worked.
same, bro.
yeah,
And last one I want to cover, guys, is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I combined both of them. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Man, don't talk me about boxing, bro. I'm not.
Let's
a big
do it.
fan.
Let's just.
All right,
shout out-
Mike Tyson.
Yeah?
Mike Tyson.
You think he'll knock out Jake, or you think he'll just win by?
He'll knock out Jake and
Strategy.
Jake Paul. I don't know, cause Mike Tyson does. Well, how many? Isn't he a champion? Is he a heavy?
Mike Tyson's 60 something, bro. He was a champion like 30
Back, I'm
years
saying
ago.
in his years in his
Yeah,
career.
he was the heavyweight
Okay,
champion
there
30
you go.
years ago, bro.
Yeah, and I don't like Jake Paul, so yeah.
Yeah, man. Fuck. To be honest, man, I'll be honest, bro. As much as I want to see it, I don't want to see it because of Mike Tyson's health, man. Like, man's, he's
old.
an older
Yeah,
man.
he's really
and I'd feel really bad seeing that man like be put to sleep by a young kid.
Why is he
You
even?
know?
Why is he even taking
It's
this
a
fight
payday. It's a
anyways?
payday. They signed a deal with Netflix.
It's gonna be huge bread. It's the first live sporting event on Netflix. I think. I don't think they've done a live
That's
sporting
sad,
event.
Dude, and
That's
they're selling out Dallas
Crazy.
Stadium, bro. That's
Crazy.
a big stadium.
Listen, it's gonna be huge. It's sad, I think Jake Paul's gonna knock him out, and I,
I
think
don't
the
want to
whole
see
world's
that,
gonna want to
bro.
fight
I
Jake
don't
Paul
wanna
after.
I don't want to see
He's
that,
gonna be the
bro.
biggest villain of all
But-
time.
Yeah,
That's gonna ruin boxing.
I mean,
That's it. That's
it's gonna
gonna
be
ruin
sad.
boxing right there, bro.
It's gonna be sad, but imagine that's what Illuminati wants. They want sad shit to happen.
I mean, for me, it's. I think at the end of the day, like a lot of times people say like, "Oh, age is just a number," but in sports, there's a reason why like a lot of guys retire in their 40s. Like, there's just a reason. It's not even a knock on Mike Tyson. He's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why at 40 or 40 or some people are freaks of nature and go to 45. Some Randy Couture made it to 50.
Like
very
Yoel
rare.
Romero is still fighting for this
49,
day, and
but-
he's 49.
yeah, no, but he's
but-
literally built different.
Yeah,
No,
but
that guy's a freak of nature.
yeah,
literally.
But at the end of the day,
Literally.
I just think at 60 something, or is he 60 or is he 50 something? How old?
50. He's
late
52. He's 52.
How old is Mike Tyson?
He's 52,
I
bro.
think he's
No, he's not 52.
He's not 52.
He's like 10 years older than me, like 8, 9 years older.
This nigga played the song. How old is Mike Tyson? 58.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. It's just I don't see what I think is Mike Tyson is the more skilled boxer. I just don't think he's gonna be able to take a punch the same.
Yeah, man.
You're talking about a young guy in Jake Paul. I think a lot of people are blinded by the hate of Jake Paul, but he's definitely is improving his craft little by little. And I don't think at 50, bro, we can go back to look at the guy that beat Mike Tyson, that he fought Vitor Belfort in a boxing fight. He was about the same age.
Yeah.
And Vitor sparked him in the first round.
What are you talking about?
Facts.
The one that he bit, that Mike Tyson
No,
bit his ear.
No,
Evander
yeah,
Holyfield.
Holyfield. Yeah.
Vitor?
Yeah, he fought. Vitor knocked him out in round 1. But
Yeah.
Really? I never never saw that.
Yeah,
But it's just, again, it's age for a reason. Like, at that age, you should not be taking shots, especially if you are, fight someone your age. Like, to fight an up and coming,
right. That's
you
it's
know,
messed
it's
up.
just-
yeah, it doesn't look.
and,
so,
and to be
yeah.
honest, at the end of the day, I can't respect Jake Paul for that. You know, that's like,
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
You-
But imagine, bro, that's life changing money.
but
It's
I mean, but at the end of the day,
crazy.
to like you know, at the end of the day, you're doing this sport and you want to pay respect to the legends of this sport.
Facts.
To grab a legend of the sport like Mike Tyson at 50, and then to like try to say like I beat Mike Tyson, it's just hard to respect that, you know.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
Tyson agreed to it though. But it's like, what the hell?
Well,
you know?
I think we don't know what kind of financial.
But you know
issues
what's
Tyson's
crazy though?
having.
If this was Floyd Mayweather at 50 years old, I feel like we'd all love to see him get. At least I'd love to see.
Floyd
him.
I
Mayweather.
honestly wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I feel like if let's say the roles were reversed and let's say if Floyd Mayweather was the old guy, I just feel like Mike Tyson's also a beloved character too. Like we
Yeah,
all,
we
you
all
know,
love
have love
Tyson.
from,
Yeah,
from the
bro.
movies, from the
Yeah,
podcast.
bro.
He you know, even though he was this big tough guy, you know, back in the day, I didn't grow up with that. I was I was a baby when he was.
Wait, there's
fucking
only
knocking
one
people out.
question I have going into this fight. Is there drug testing? Because if there's not drug testing and Mike Tyson can take... If Mike Tyson's going to take all the steroids to the gills,
Jake's on steroids too.
for sure. If Tyson comes
There's
roided
no
up
drug-
and
there's no
like
drug
TRT'd out of his head,
And he is.
I don't know. I don't know. If Tyson's enhanced, that will make it interesting. But if it's an even playing field fight...
I hope it's
They're
scripted.
both-
I hope Mike Tyson
they're
gets
both
fake
on-
knocked out in like round one and doesn't take that much damage. I just hope he gets out of there and that's it's
The
good.
question is, if Tyson gets hit, I just don't think at that age he's gonna take a shot.
What if?
bro.
What happens if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul out of
That
nowhere?
would be awesome. That would be the fight world. Because first off, this is obviously, you know, Jake Paul is. It's kind of the same like rinse and repeat thing of like a lot of boxers. What they do is they build themselves and they get to like what. Obviously, Jake already has a loss to Tommy Fury, but like you're gonna take the smartest fight that just gets you the most publicity and stuff. And this is just
The
another
only real boxer he fought was Tommy.
Tommy Fury. Yeah, and he lost that
And
fight.
he lost.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just obviously this is a fight to build up Jake. Mike has a puncher's chance, but I think Jake is a smart boxer, and he's gonna know that in the early rounds, Mike will be dangerous. I think he's gonna drag it a little later, because even I think when Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones, as it kept going a little later, Mike started slowing down. I think when you get a guy like Jake, I think he's gonna finish him in the later rounds.
Yeah, bro, I
I
agree,
think
man.
what the Roy
I
guy did
think.
was less, like less bad blood going.
Yeah, they're
I mean, I
both
don't think
friends.
there's bad blood with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I think they're
No, at
they're
all.
making
Not-
the
yeah,
great.
not-
Oh, yeah, they'd
brothers
be
together,
laughing
yeah.
with each other and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just think Jake Paul's gonna sleep him, unfortunately. But and then that before we close off, do you guys have any dream fights you'd like to see happen in MMA? In
MMA.
or yeah, it doesn't have to even be UFC. If you want somebody to come over from PFL or anything like that, what do you guys? Anything you'd like to see happen?
Dude, a fight I would really, really like to see. I mean, it's a huge possibility. Again, I'm picking Holloway to beat Topuria on Saturday, but if Topuria wins, I would love to see Topuria and Islam. I honestly think stylistically,
Really cool fight.
I honestly think,
Really cool
I
fight.
honestly think stylistically, Topuria beats Islam. I just think stylistically,
That'd be so cool. That'd be so fucking
stylistically,
prediction.
that's
That'd be
stylistic.
so gangster, and I think
But-
that's realistic.
But
But he's got to hold. He's got to finish.
But he has to
handle
beat
business with
Holloway.
Max. He's
I
gotta
just
handle business with Max.
and I just think
Wow,
stylistically,
that's cool.
I think Holloway's a bad matchup for Ilya. So I don't know. That's the cool thing about MMA. So many, but yeah, if I'm going matchup, I want to see Ilya and Islam. That would be a cool matchup.
John Jones and Tom Aspinall.
Really?
Aspinall.
I'll raise your John
to
Jones
me,
on.
Aspinall kills him, bro.
Yeah.
Aspinall
You
kills.
think
him.
so?
Aspinall has the youth, and
He's
Jo-
also younger than
Jo-
him.
Jo-
What you got? Come here, Carlos.
Jones
what you
won't
got?
be able to take him down, and Aspinall
hop on
sleeps him,
Chris's
bro.
mic. Go. Come
Come,
on, Chris's mic here.
Yeah.
So to the camera. Wink.
Does he need the headset?
Nah, you're good.
I got John Jones and Alex Pereira.
That's
That'd
what
be-
I wanted to
that'd
say.
be a cool one.
No,
That's what I
I
wanted to say.
think John Jones will still beat Alex Pereira, and it's because I don't know Alex Pereira. He won't beat him on the wrestling.
Yeah. The Aspinall though, that's a bad.
I'd
fight
like to
for
see
him.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira fight against a wrestler. I'd like to see him get
Yeah,
tested against
exactly. And if he
wrestling
fights John Jones, who's a wrestler, it's not gonna work out for him.
and less more of a fantastical matchup. I think this might be realistic because Potan's just running through. I think he's gonna take a break, Potan, but I think his next fight would be great against Ankalaev if he fucking earns the shot. He's
Yeah.
somebody could test him with the wrestling, and of course Ankalaev has to be Rockets, I think, to even have that. But yeah, and that fight was supposed to happen a while ago.
Dude,
so,
I actually wouldn't even mind seeing Rocket and Pereira.
that'd be cool too. Yeah, that'd be cool. Winner of that.
That's a good
yeah,
fight.
yeah, that'd be good.
Even though Rocket is coming off a loss to Yuri, if he beats Magomed, I wouldn't mind him getting the shot. I mean, Khalil Roundtree just got a shot. And he was ranked number 8, and he put up a really good fight. But bro,
yeah.
Rocket is good,
Hey,
bro.
Roundtree, bro. Roundtree got the win.
Oh no, hey no, Roundtree's
Roundtree versus Hill. Roundtree versus Hill. What do you think happens there?
Dude, that's tough. I think Roundtree's gonna take a long break though, just cause
Yeah,
like,
facts.
who knows?
Hill should fight before.
Well,
that.
but you haven't seen who Hill's rumored to fight. It's
Who was it? I
It's
thought it
Hill
was
and
Roundtree.
Yuri.
Oh,
'Cause they-
that's good.
Yeah, they both have signed the
And that makes
contract at
sense.
the same
That
time.
makes more
They
sense.
both haven't announced, but they both signed the contract at the same time. It's very, very like. There's not many people that either or can fight, so I definitely think it's Hill versus Yuri.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. What do you think happens there?
I think Yuri's a little defensively irresponsible. Like he throws caution to the wind when he fights, and I think him getting slept by Alex, and I honestly see Hill having a point to prove. I think Hill would finish him. I just think Hill's a little more responsible on defense, and I think that would be the big difference in that fight.
Yeah. Right. That's.
And
crazy.
I think Hill's proven he can go 5 rounds because Yuri, what he banks on is his chin, and I think with Hill can crack, and I think Hill's pretty good on defense. Like he definitely is defensively responsible, so I would definitely pick him over Yuri.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yuri's responsibility lets his opponent oftentimes dictate the fight damn near. Yes, he
Yeah.
could pressure and shit, but whatever if the opponent's game is, typically goes that way because Yuri's just doing
No,
one
he's a
thing and-
ball of chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just chaos. It's just chaotic and real chaos. I think Hill has that too. I think Hill could control him. And
because even when he fought Dominic Reyes, he got hurt and wobbled a few times, and this was a
Yeah.
Dominic Reyes that was kind of like not on the good side of his career. Like Dominic Reyes now, I'm hoping he has that resurgence now, especially fighting Anthony Smith and stuff. But I just think now after coming off that knockout loss for Yuri and how defensively irresponsible he is, I don't think he's gonna change that. So I just don't see him. I can't bet him in a fight with someone like Hill that's gonna be defensively responsible.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that too. I got Hill on that too, big time. I even think Hill could put him away like
I
without
think
the
so,
distance.
yeah.
So I
I
think
think
he could
so.
just catch him slipping with the responsibility, especially if the main event goes 5 rounds for sure. You got anything on that between Yuri and Hill?
No. Nah,
Well, pick one. Don't leave the last fight.
Yeah, you
Nah,
can't say
I
no.
don't even watch them fight though. Like
You don't watch Yuri and Hill?
You've never seen. You've got
I've
Yuri
seen Yuri on fall when he fought Pereira, but
and Hill
I don't
too.
like his
They
style.
both got slept by Alex Pereira.
I know, but
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
have
I don't
something in
like the-
common. They have
I don't
something in
like their
common.
styles, bro. So I don't
That's
watch their
crazy.
fights.
I mean, the first fight, I'll give Yuri credit. He was doing very well until he got dropped and finished. But
He did.
yeah, but they both fell victim to Paul.
Arguably the goal. If he, bruh, oh my god. man.
To be honest, what he's done in such a short amount of time, bro, he is
What
on
an
his way
argument.
to being a GOAT, bro.
What an
Yeah,
argument.
as Pereira,
Yeah,
He
in
is-
this short amount of time, it is ridiculous what he. Bro, the guy doesn't even have like 15 MMA fights.
I
and
knew
he's
he was gonna be a
two-way-
goat.
Two divisions.
I knew when he was gonna be a goat when he came to the UFC and he beat Israel just like that.
No,
Like,
I
was
mean,
like,
and
bro.
what I'm even more impressed is after getting slept by Israel, the way he's bounced back
Yeah,
from that.
yeah.
Because to me, it's all cool to be the undefeated fighter and all that stuff, but to me, it says more when you can be a guy that can like come back from adversity.
It's like a wake up call.
Like-
it's like
Availability is the best. One of the best.
Bro, like for me, that's why in this fight, like Holloway and Topuria, I see such a big thing. I feel like Holloway's been the guy that's had to rebuild. We haven't seen Topuria really. The only time we ever seen him in danger was the Jai Herbert fight when he got dropped by that head kick.
Yeah.
But it's like
And how do you respond though?
he came back.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Jai Herbert's about to get cut from the UFC and he got dropped. You know,
He did, yeah.
it's just he hasn't had that. Like for example, like another guy that I like a lot that just had a bunch of highs and lows is Charles Oliveira. You see a guy that was
One of
my
win,
favorite
lose,
fighters.
win, lose,
He
He
win,
was
was my
lose.
favorite.
and then-
losing from the beginning.
Yeah, he's fighting.
And then,
I think he's gonna murk Chandler. I think
I think he
Chandler's-
beats Chandler.
Yeah, I think, and on top of that too,
Charles.
I think Chandler's been over preparing. Like Chandler's been thinking
bro,
about Conor.
Chandler
And-
wasted
I mean,
3
and
years just to
Chandler-
fight Connor, and that fight never happened.
And then Chandler's also 39 now. He waited like
I
3
feel
years.
for him
you
too.
know?
I feel that sucks. I wish Chandler fought more. I wish he didn't
Yep.
do this.
He
Conor
honestly
thing.
should.
He is an exciting fighter.
Yeah.
Chandler is an exciting fighter, but like I don't know, like whenever he fights, he just goes too explosive, goes too crazy at the beginning, and then that's it. Like he doesn't. He has no fight IQ.
I mean, he could literally be the champion if he just fought into. But he throws all caution, which I respect that because every fight he's been is a fight of the night. But man, against Charles though, he's gonna have a puncher's chance because he has that in every fight because of how hard he hits. But I just think Charles does a little too much, and I think
Yeah.
And again, now Charles going into this fight. He also knows, like, I have the power to hurt Chandler because he finished Chandler. So I just think, he'll finish Chandler. I think in the second round again.
Do Bronx. I want to do Bronx title run again, man. You gotta make your way
bro.
back.
He's the
man.
funnest champion, bro.
Hey, this was fun, guys. Pop, what's the timeline with how fast we could get it done? But I was just saying, like, for them to like plug in the fights and shit again.
Yeah, I mean, this one's gonna be out before the fight. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Their fights are coming up. So yeah, you guys plug your fights, give the information out.
You can go first, Ronald. You're going first to me. So
Shout out to your fight coming up.
Oh,
Tell the people about your fight coming up. Yeah.
come watch me fight November 2nd at 305 Fights at the Manuel Theater in La Havana. I'll catch you there.
Oh yeah, and then Christian.
So if you guys can make it, man, I'm fighting November 8th. I'm fighting at the Miami Fairgrounds. I'm gonna be main eventing, so it's gonna be my first time main eventing here in Miami. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. You know, I have a cool opponent to fight that he's definitely a gamer, and I look forward to
Miami Fairgrounds. You said?
the Miami Fairgrounds. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that the Tam Miami Fairgrounds?
Oh, it says Miami Fairgrounds on the ticket.
Well, Miami Fairgrounds where the youth fair happens.
Where the
Tam
youth
Miami
fair, yeah.
107th? Yeah, that's Tam Miami Fairgrounds.
No, Tam Miami.
You already know
Yeah, Tam Miami's
They
different.
changed it?
Yeah.
It used to be the Tam Miami Fairgrounds.
No, I think Tam Miami's a different fairground altogether. Yeah.
You already know I'm gonna be there, Chris. I'm gonna be there. I'm always at your fights.
Yeah,
It's always
well,
entertaining at his fights.
We're gonna be there, and I know you're gonna be there, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
You feel it in your core when we kick it through the door. This is true hardcore. What you fools waiting for? This is true hardcore. We got everything